Here we begin. What's up, everybody? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Back at it again. We're gonna be back in it again all day, if I can help it. That's the goal. That's the plan. I'm gonna be on here all day, just about. Like not literally, but almost. Because I was live earlier. You know, you got your. I guess you could say just before noon live. Now we in the late afternoon live into the evening live, but then this evening I will be going live again. I think I'm gonna just do my own little personal dance party, talk to y'all, chop it up with y'all, and also do some gaming. Mostly it'll be gaming. If I don't do anything else, I'm more than likely just gonna be gaming. You know, I'm gonna close out the new year or go into the new year busting pixels. Okay? Busting Pixels, which is our gaming content. If you don't know the title of what we call all our gaming content here, because we are multi-niche. We do everything from travel, gaming, movie reviews, music reviews, health and fitness. Okay, the earlier live, you could say that was health fitness, you feel me? Because I was getting my smoothie on, I was dancing, keeping the energy up, letting y'all know we having a good time today. We got to celebrate these hours, these minutes, these seconds. We got to celebrate life, y'all. That's what a new year is. Every time a new year, the true new year is your birthday. Okay? The true new year that you ain't got to share with nobody else other than the people who were born on that day with you. That's your true new year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, oh yeah, shaved off. I like, I love to show off the baldy for the ladies, especially for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? It's nice and smooth right now. I got it back the way it ought to be looking. Got this all lined up. Can you tell the difference? Of course you can. It always looks a little different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, we back. We all the way back. Damn it. We back all the way for 2026. We coming in strong, just like this. This is how we doing it, y'all. Sharp and fashionable and fresh in our work gear. Because I'm out here working again. Can't take no breaks, man. Just can't take no breaks. But what I was gonna say, trying to finish my thoughts, not going too many tangents, which is impossible for me because I love going on tangents. When I don't have a script, the actor will just play, and I'm playing it right now. You feel me? I'm enjoying the moments. I was saying we gotta celebrate life, y'all. This not if it's your birthday today. Hey, man, what a birthday you had! Like wow. And there are people born on every day of the year. I mean, you think about it. There's people born on Christmas, people born on New Year's Day. I mean, all New Year's Eve, all of that. It's amazing, right? Think about what that energy is in a family or in a person's life to know, you born at this. It's a lot of energy on those days. You know, holidays and days like that we all acknowledge as one. Those are major dates. You know, I mean, imagine being born on Valentine's Day or something like that. You know, that's wild, right? And it happens. I mean, somebody was made on Valentine's and born on Valentine's. You feel me? It all happens. It all happens. It's all possible. But mine is 9-9 divine, as I call it, September 9th. Okay? So I got a long way to go to get back around to that, and I'm going to make the best of this. I'm going to make the best of this year. This year, I've already, I like to just kind of in my mind imagine what could happen for better or for worse. But even when I think of the worst, because if you only think of the better, you're not going to be prepared for the worst. I like to just kind of be psychologically understanding things are going to happen you don't want to happen, but how are you going to deal with it? How are you already training your brain to not overreact, to not underreact, to just be right in the pocket with where you need to be to handle that situation whenever it arises, whatever it is, crossing those bridges of life, right? There will be new relationships, okay, on every level. I'm talking from business, family, friends. There will be heartbreak or disappointment because I don't allow too much heartbreak no more. I always say when I meet ladies in my relationship goals in the art life, that's one of our content categories too, by the way. Relationship goals in the art life, like there ain't too much else that could be done. After all the stuff I've been through with a divorce and other things I've been through and just dating, I'm just like, I guard my stuff so hard on that part of life. So, someone might say, well, oh man, that might be why you so single. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, protecting your peace. Protecting your peace at all intervals, making sure you good. Because trust me, these other folks, they will mess over your time, and you will feel crazy as hell that you spent so much time trying to convince them of your worth when they've been knowing that. They know your worth. They also know when they're not worthy. And people step aside a lot of times, or they ghost, or they do all kind of weird stuff when they know they're not ready to be a friend with somebody as special as you. So keep that in mind if you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing. And when people show other energy and you can't believe it, and it's like, well, what did I? Huh? Why would you be like that? Well, don't. Hey, it ain't you. It truly ain't you. Not just the phrase, it's not you, it's me, all that kind of stuff. No, no, no. No, it really is. It's really them. It's really them. Just keep that in mind, y'all. Keep that in mind. Because, I think about how this year started, and I think about some folks that I still know. I'm in the category of, romantic relationships with ladies that are special to me. And, you know, they knew who they be. They know and they knew who they be. You know what I mean? The thing about it is, one thing I've learned, like I say, the way things start is the way they end a lot of times. So if the energy was good when y'all first met and something gets weird, don't sweat it. They might come back around. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I always have to look at that. Oh, look at that. The moon it's one of them days you can see the moon in the sky during the sun. And I can't, if I reverse the cam, you still ain't going to be able to see what I see because it's going to be faint and y'all ain't going to know what I'm talking about. But it's there. And that's really cool. Just, unique energy things that I got to look up what that means symbolically for the new year. And it's not, we're either leaving a full moon or almost to a full moon because the moon is not full, that's for sure. But it's got that look like almost a complete circle, and then the side of it is kind of faint. Yeah, but there it is. You can see it. Yes, indeed. The moon, the moon. Woo! Like the SNL joke, if you ever saw that, that thing was classic. There was a joke that they did on Saturday Night Live about Neil Armstrong and saying, like, basically, if you did something like that, first person on the moon, how could you return to Earth and live a normal, mundane, simple life? You would never get over it. It would always be the number one thing in your mind. And I loved that sketch. It was hilarious. It didn't even have none of the regular cast members. It was like they got some two older actors and an older man, older woman. They supposed to be his wife, and they live in some little boring town. Kids at the supermarket that don't like their job, bring out your groceries with no customer service, and they ask him something like, "Sir, do you want paper or plastic?" He'd always be like, "Moon." He'd be like, "What moon? Moon." That's all he says. He don't say nothing else no more. And they're like, "What? Huh? Moon?" Oh fucking shit. Then they show him in the best part. They show him in the bed with his wife. Now, of course, they older anyway. But he's on top of her, and like nothing to do. And he rolls over. And she's laying there on the sheets, looking disappointed, like, "Oh God." And she's like, "Will you ever get over it?" He just says, "Never, baby, never." He's looking out the window into the night at the moon, like, oh shit. That to me was so symbolic of how it is at the sweetest moments in life. Like, man, if you really living it, I mean, now here's the other thing I would add to that joke. Now, sorry, but for me, heaven is a place called the best of earth. Okay, I don't know. I'm not religious. I'm not one of these folk who's living to get to something else in the afterlife and hope it's everything I dreamed of. No, no, no. I'm going for everything I ever dreamed of right here, because this is both. This is duality on this planet, right? This group, this blue, green, brown, every other color of magnificence this earth produces. This planet has everything you could desire and everything you could abhor, all in one place. That's what the truth is. And only my travelers understand that fully. You know, you gotta be a traveler. I can't say it enough. I tell this all the time when I talk about the importance of travel on this channel and how, we're not just a travel channel. And even once we start doing that predominantly, it will never just be about the travel itself. It will be about the experiences, the places, and how those things all relate to the arts as a whole. The almighty creative experience of living through a creative lens, through the art life. That's what ONYXCON is here to share with you. And it will always be something about gaming and toys and cool clothing and experiences too, like people, cultures, traditional arts, modern arts, everything we did by hand to everything we do from mind to the computer, giving it directions for AI, because we are in that age and I don't deny it. I accept it. I embrace it. I got my own relationship with AI where it started on a very negative, but it's become a love affair to in a weird kind of, okay, I can do this, but it's gonna take it's another challenge is what it is. I was just doing something today. I did a logo and y'all will be seeing it because I'm gonna put it on some content here. But yeah, I did this logo for a thing I call 15 Minutes of Fame with ONYXCON. And what that is I did this before. I just never had a logo, and I just made a quick logo today, you know. And I have a clock, and it's exploding with all this electric energy. And in the middle, I got 15 Minutes of Fame and a digitized lettering. And I'm pretty much telling y'all the prompt of how I got it to look, how I wanted it to look. And then I put my logo above it, the official ONYXCON logo. And it's ONYXCON's 15 Minutes of Fame. It's something I used to do a couple of years back on Instagram. And I stopped doing it because I just got tired of people not taking advantage of the opportunity. Now, I did do some good ones. I did an interview with my good brother Kurt up there in Philly, who I need to holler at Kurt today and see what he's doing, because if he ain't busy tonight, we might go live tonight and do that damn thing. We didn't talk all year. It's time to catch up before the new year is over. Shout my homie out, you know what I'm saying? Put him on camera. Maybe his lovely wife might join us. She has a channel of her own here on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Melly. Man, yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Just saying that on camera, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all and see what y'all doing tonight. See if I can get y'all on camera for that. That'd be fun. Shout out my homeboy Diallo Riddle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get him on the live for 15 minutes. That'd be cool. So like everybody I try to get, I mean, it goes over, of course, but the concept is what the phrase is, your 15 minutes of fame. Like, it's not literal. It's not like what the phrase typically means. Like, you may only have 15 minutes of fame, so make the best of it. Like, and then no one really means 15 minutes, but then I gotta look up where that exactly started too, because I'm saying that not knowing the absolute origin of the phrase, but I know. So as I was saying, like, wow, what was I saying? Damn. Yeah, I gotta look up where that phrase came from. I always want to know. I love to know the origins of things. I'm big on etymology, the meaning of words, where they came from, origin of phrases. People say all the time and don't even know where they started. They just be saying stuff. Like, I don't like to be somebody else just constantly saying something and don't know the meaning of it. I like to know. All right. All right. Talk about art life. Art life, art life, art life. I tell y'all all the time, and I'm gonna say it again. Artists, we are some of the most important people to human existence on this planet. I say all the time, I say after survival itself, all the things you need to survive, there's imagination and creativity, and that is ruled by artists. Andy Warhol supposedly coined the phrase. At least this is what I found in quick research. It said that in 1968, he had a famous show. And even in 1967, a friend of his, somebody in his circles, quoted him in a Time magazine article as having said, in the future, everyone will have 15 minutes of fame. And this was something he said in the 68 show, in the program for the show. Like, you have a art program for the show, a little souvenir for you went to the show. And it said that. It said, in the future, everyone will have their 15 minutes of fame. That right there to be said in 1968 is so prolific because of where we are right now in 20, about to be 26. And what social media does, it gives everybody an opportunity to have a level of fame. And literally every single person, if you do what I'm doing, being on social media long enough, you will have more than 15, but you could definitely get, like, every day I get at least that much from, people popping in, popping out. I'm seeing one person looking right now, then there'll be another person, then there'll be five people, then it'll be four, then it'll be three, then it'll be two, now it's two, then I'll say, hey, everybody put a thumbs up, please say thank you for the content, appreciate you. Whether they do or do not, it doesn't matter, because at the end of every live, and I go live daily, and on average I'm gonna do at least one, but I might do three, maybe four, just whatever I feel like doing. Let's go live, let's go. You add that up, and you add up the amount of people we have now as subscribers. It's 15 minutes of fame left and right all day, any day. So it is prolific. That statement is so real. It is so true that is what it did. That's exactly where we are. We are at a stage where everybody has their 15 minutes of fame. So there we go. That makes me feel even more proud of the using that phrase as an honest content, being that we're all about the art life. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna even more proudly promote that now. But here's the idea. So basically, like I say, it's called my 15 Honest Con's 15 minutes of fame. So if you're already a follower on our Instagram, you gotta be on our Insta. The first step is you gotta be a follower on Instagram. The next step is you have to be a subscriber here for free. The next step, the most important step, so really it's technically two, because you got to be a follower to be a subscriber. You need to subscribe on our Instagram. And if you subscribe to our Instagram monthly, it's $4.99. But that is not just a subscription to Instagram. And I always say this too, let me add this. Fan base also applies. So if, let's say, for instance, you don't want to do it on Instagram, you just title Instagram, but you know about fan base, which I tell y'all about all the time, and you want to do fan base instead, that's fine. I don't care which one you do. If you did both, you really a friend. I always say you BFF, then you best friends for life for real. Is that the way I go? With best friends for no, that's not it. Damn, what did it say? BFL, right? I don't know. All them different phrases. You a best friend, all right? If you subscribe to the Instagram and the fan base, oh my gosh, whoa, what kind of wonderful people are you? I need nothing but y'all in my life. I mean, I need millions of y'all, quite frankly. But keeping an eye on where these orders going, because I'm waiting on one. Anyway, no, he back there. He's not coming to me. Damn, I'm ready to work, y'all. I'm ready to work. Anyway, yeah, like I say, subscribe for $4.99 on our Instagram. That not only gives you access to being a part of the ONYXCON monetization nation at large. Let me tell you what that at large means. Let me give you the perks. First and foremost, you are automatically a member of the ONYXCON Flip Through Shoppers Club. So for all y'all who, when I put up the shoes and cool shirts and everything else that I see when I go into these different shopping environments and retail environments, and y'all be like, "Yo, what store is this?" Because I mean, this really happens. I'm not making this up. Every year, I get no less than 10 people with those comments, and that could be 10 subscribers, which would literally be, you know, funds we need monthly to survive as an entity. If those people, were to subscribe, $5, not even five, shit, $4.99. Like I say, we holding the penny, right? So it's an opportunity, y'all, and I can't stress it enough. You get the ability to then order. Okay, so if you're one of our members, if you're really officially in the Shoppers Club, here's what happens too. First, you gotta tell us, yo, I want to be somebody who shops when you go shopping. Okay, cool. There'll be a simple form that I will send you, and you'll fill it out. It'll have your name, your address. How else we gonna send your stuff to you? So if you want these scary people who thinks everybody online is scamming and out to get you, why are you here? Because I don't deal with trolls. I don't deal with scammers. So I'm damn sure not one. But if that's your obsession with life, that you walk through life scared of everything in modern times, don't trust your own damn shadow when you're online, yet you're online. Like, why are you online? Like, if you're that scared of being online, don't be online. I say that all the time, and that's a lot to say, because I understand how you could be. It's it's a weird place. Shit, is it? right? I get it, but you if you're gonna do it, you gotta get over that. It's simple and plain. If you're gonna do online stuff, you gotta get over the fear of, and I swear, I promise you, it took me a long time. It was years as we go into a new year. It was years of phases where there was a time I remember when I'm about to say fan base. I'm so stuck on fan base. When Facebook first came out. Now you know how long ago that was. When I say first came out, I'm talking about it just started, just gaining popularity, and I wasn't on none of that stuff. The only thing I would do is I was on a couple of online forums, and I remember Facebook is what took. I always say Facebook is what killed forums. The culture of forums died with Facebook because people they still exist, but you know most people just rather be on the main thing that everybody's on versus the one thing that had a complete niche concept. Because all of the ones yeah, all righty, trying to get my stuff to connect y'all so I can keep talking to y'all and just doing that usual stuff. I gotta figure out something else in this new year for this. This is not gonna be. This is counterproductive. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do counterproductive. We are the definition of productivity at our best, and we got to keep it like that because that's what we're here to do. But I'm trying to see my GPS at the same time. It ain't letting me do it, so I'm gonna have to finagle some things. I'm gonna have to get some kind of new system for that. Even if I just use my separate device, I don't like to have too much stuff all in the car at one time. But I might have to have another device, something else to look at. It runs the GPS while I'm still chatting with y'all. That's what we got to do. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes, man. But I'm not a yes man. AC alone forever. West Coast legend. That's who said it. Said it just like I just said it. MC Supreme. Man, where you at, AC, man? Did you put out anything this year? I'm going to have to look up AC alone. He one of them underground cats that if he did, you wouldn't even know it unless you was looking for it. And I admit, I know I follow him on, when you got so many people you follow on different social media feeds, you don't always see your people. I've learned that, man. These algorithms be blocking, man. They put what they want you to see out of what you've chosen. If you got a lot of stuff and it's a variety of popular and not so popular, they're gonna throw the most popular stuff at you first. Because all they care about is, well, whatever's in the most views, well, that's what we're going to tell our advertisers why it's worth for you keep spending all this money with us to have ads between folk looking at stuff. So they're going to put it on the stuff that's more hot, which is why it takes so long for all of us who have smaller channels to blow the hell up. That's the honest truth of it. They'll never say that, but that's the damn reality of it. They ain't going to, well, the algorithm is full of shit, is what it is. It's the same thing every damn year. They're not going to promote you until you get the numbers, which is why I stress to y'all how much it's important for y'all to like everything you watch, celebrate everything you like here. If you liked it, love it. Hit the subscribe button, make sure you like it. That sends an ultimate message to this damn thing to tell it, look, don't play with ONYXCON. We like that. You need to bet on ONYXCON. Put your money on ONYXCON. Be over there with ONYXCON. Put some ads on ONYXCON. Let them get in the advertisement program so they can get this thing monetized so Joseph can do more content because we like what he's doing. That's what happens when you like and subscribe. That's literally as simple as it gonna be. I don't care what else. I done heard it all, seen it more. Ooh, that was good. I done heard it all. I done seen it more. Damn it, I done heard it all. I done seen it more, y'all. I'm going to keep saying that. That's pretty good. I heard it all and I done seen it more. So I don't care about what they're saying. I'm telling you what it is. It's you can't deny. It's an absolute fact. I done heard it all. I done seen more. That's the phrase. We're going into 2026 with that one. That's original. Joseph R. Wheeler III. Sign and stamp it. I done heard it all. I seen more. Don't matter what you heard. What you seen. Did you see it? I seen it. It's real. It's real. It is real, people. It is real. So knowing that it's that kind of reality out here, Yeah, man, just keep coming through for us, and we gonna. I ain't got to. I ain't got to do nothing but just keep being me, and you gonna see. We gonna constantly keep with the content. We gonna constantly keep it the fresh. We gonna constantly keep bringing you the freshness. You know, we're gonna be traveling. Why you think I love to wear this? This is my favorite medallion right here at the plane. And when I get some real cheddar, I'm gonna give me a really nice stainless steel piece, maybe with a little bit of copper and bronze or something on it too. Because gold and all that ain't important to me. I like affordable metals, and more importantly, metals that even billionaires use. That's what this stainless steel got a lot of symbolism to me. But just to give you one quick wealthy reference, because I know some of y'all can't value anything until you see it associated with the rich people. Look at anybody's yacht or anybody's really nice modern style building. I guarantee you they got a steel frame, and on the yacht they gonna always do the frame and the finishes with stainless steel. Stainless steel is that metal. That's what I like to wear. Okay, this right here is stainless steel, and even this right here is coated, but it's stainless steel. It's like some kind of, I don't even know what it is, some type of lacquer on top of it that made it black. It's not really, you know. And then this little medallion here, my little Oni, my little diamond. Shout out to Japan, which is why I like it. I love that whole, mythology and everything. That little piece right there, uh, I just love putting my fingers on the horns and pulling back and feeling pinching your skin. Something about the sensation of that is, it's just cool. As long as it don't break skin, right? It ain't that sharp. Um, but yeah, it just reminds me how bad I want to go to Japan and how much influence Japan has on a lot of things I've always loved. So that's another place we gotta go. Big time on the list. Big time. Gotta go to Japan, man. Please. Are you kidding me? Japan is long overdue. Japan, Egypt, these are all must. Brazil, Colombia. If I talk about it all year long. Y'all hear me always talking about travel. But I'd have to say, like, some places that are just in a lifetime absolute must. Egypt. Hmm. Yep. Kenya. Okay. Birthplace of humanity. Egypt, most influential ancient societies. Okay, Kemet, yes, absolutely, Egypt. Um, and of course, we talk in Africa, birthplace of all humanity. Period. Egypt, and here I said that. I hope I really piss off some crazy folks in Egypt that really want to believe that just because now it's mostly Arabic, that but you're Arabic, you don't think you're tied to Africans, you don't think you have African ancestry, and you're Arabic. Mm, don't do that to yourself. Know the truth. Acknowledge the truth. Embrace it. Hug it. Love it. Yes, indeed. But like I said, Egypt is a must. Kenya is a must. I'm talking about stuff that's just like if you knew you could only go to a certain number of places in the rest of your life, even though I plan to go to hundreds. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna need a lot of new passports when we start cooking, really cooking. But yeah, Egypt is a must. Kenya, I'm saying it again and again, right? Um, I'd have to say Nigeria is on there though. It's crazy because some parts of Nigeria are so rough and crazy and so much corruption going on, so much. But I know how beautiful it is at the same time, and I know how beautiful the people can be. Because my first friends from the continent, the first I'm straight from Africa friends I ever had in my life were Nigerian, and they were always some of the nicest, just most wonderful people to me. So shout out Nigeria, man. Senegal. Oh my gosh, gotta go to Senegal. What? Wow, 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 wow. All my Wolofs. Okay, gotta go see my people, man. Some good people. Some of my direct kinfolk. Okay, places that I found out are part of my genes. Guinea-Bissau is a must. Cameroon is a must. Equatorial Guinea is a must. We talking Africa. All of this is Africa. Um, I hope I named something that somebody relates to, and y'all hit the comments. I love when people get excited. They hear their country mentioned and they get happy. I love that. That's good energy. So if you're from any of those countries I just mentioned, make sure you hit the comments. Let me know. I want to give y'all love, all 26. You know, tell one of y'all got some rich friends and be like, man, fly him out, straight up, because life be like that for me. I always tell you, I lead with respect first, then power, then money. There's people who got it. They literally will will grant you the opportunity because they see that you're genuine, that you ain't full of shit, that you really do care about the cultures and really want to have an experience and learn about all you can while you're there. And they got the money to help you, and they'll do it. They'll figure out a way to get you to the people who will do it. You know, I've had things like this happen, so I know what's possible. And that's why I speak that way. Like I said, Japan is definitely on the list heavily. Australia, because I got a connect in Australia. I got a homeboy out there, him and his new lady and family out there. So I got some people who could take me around, show me around. Shout out to Brisbane, you know what I mean? Gritty Ones Productions in the house all day and forever. It's my peeps right there. My brother from New Orleans, Big Freddie. Freddie the third, the other third. Man, it's gonna be a major year for us, bro. Let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? 26. Let's figure it out. Let's get out there. Let me, hey, you went and got linked up with a beautiful woman before I could hang out with you as a single brother, and we just go get into some good trouble with some fine women in Brisbane. But that's all good. That's all good. I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you. You know what I'm saying? You maintaining. No matter what, you maintaining. You out there. So I'm gonna have to send this to Freddie so he can hear that shout out. Where else? I got to go. Got to go. Got to go. Jamaica is a must in a lifetime, I think. I think Jamaica's just kind of default. It's like saying you went to Mexico. I've been to Mexico. I gotta add Jamaica to the list. Like you don't being from Atlanta, those are like places everybody has all been in the southeast. Everybody's been to Jamaica, everybody's been to Mexico. They might have been to Dominican Republic and they may have been to Puerto Rico. Okay, and all of those are on the list too. Puerto Rico is an absolute must. I mean, yeah, that's right neck and neck with some of the top ones that I said, like Egypt and everything. Like in a lifetime, got to do. You know, primarily because of the beauty of the land and the gorgeous energy inside and out of the women. Like I said this in another live. One of the greatest ladies I ever dated in my life was Puerto Rican, so I love y'all. Like straight up, I'm bringing them to me. I know how many Puerto Ricans are here and are there. And if you see this and you feeling them, brother, holla. This is our year with your fine ass, and you better be fine like that too. I can't tell you what fine is until I see it. It's my opinion. But you know who you are. Whoever you be, I need you in my DMs today and tomorrow and the next of the year. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Especially if you're on the homeland. You know, if you're here, maybe. I put it like this: if you're very American and you ain't got all gully and street and rough around the edges, because they're all of them. Most I ain't gonna say all, but too many of them always end up in the big cities and they get all crazy. That ain't my type. That ain't my type. I'm looking for the good girls. I'm looking for the country girl. I'm looking for the girl who understands still want to be a woman, not trying to be so damn rough and crazy. Like that's what I need. So if that's you, mama, if that's you, mommy, Poppy's calling you. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. 26. Let's go. Me and you. Like real talk. I always jokingly say, but it's barely a joke. I always say, if I'm ever to be in anything like a marriage again, because I don't know if I ever want to put the paperwork on it again. I've been through that mess. But if I ever just want to be in something where like we got an understanding and that's me and her and that's it for the rest of this ride, well, it's more than likely gonna be a Latino or Asian. I always say that because, and a lot of folk, quote unquote, my black folk get mad. I'm like, I don't know what you're mad for. I said Latino. Afro Latinas included. Like, yo, yay, it's cool. And guess what? Caribbean too. And women from the continent, yeah, definitely. Straight up African women, yep. From some places, specifics. I'm very specific because it's a huge continent, second largest in the world. Some of the most gorgeous women on earth, yes. Don't get it twisted. People have all these little false realities about places. They ain't seen everything that's possible. I've been aware. Like Kenya is a freaking model agency. Rwanda, model agency. What's the other one that's right next door? Uganda, model agency. There's some women in these places would make you lose your freaking mind. And I mean on every level. Now, my biggest pet peeve, I will say though, y'all can get mad if you want, it's just the damn truth. Only thing that pisses me off about all over the continent, and it's not true for all. It's still, there are women that don't fit what I'm about to say. But I had to say that I do think there's a majority obsession with fake hair and too much goddamn makeup. Like, I don't understand how everybody in the world, including us, marketing to each other, because it's like European companies and Asian companies that marketed this hair market to black women and giving them all these wigs and lace fronts and fake this, fake that. Because look, if it was something, I hate to hear, I love the argument when this comes up. You get into this conversation with black women in America, and they'll quickly go back to say, well, you just said, Kim, and you're so proud of your African roots in Egypt and all that. In Egypt they wore wigs, yeah, but they didn't wear lace fronts of wigs that looked like hair from Asia. They wore their own hair. It was each other's hair. It's just maybe you liked your next door neighbor's hair more than yours, so folk would wear that. I'm talking facts. I'm not making this up. I'm talking facts. People can't handle the truth. If you go to a museum and look this stuff up, you will see. I've been to the Michael C. Carlos here in Atlanta that has one of the best collections of mummies on earth still. Okay, and I've seen some of the hair and stuff and everything. So I'm saying I'm not making this up to say this. You feel me? Hey, what's up? I see you. Just started seeing the screen move at the bottom with the comments. What's good? How you doing? So happy New Year. Um, And just like that, they dip out. So I don't know if they saw me saying what's up or not. Okay, now I go, okay. Because it's not, you know what? It's not on time. It's showing zero, like you're not here, but then I see you talking. So I don't understand that about YouTube. I do not understand it. It's like a delay. I see you responding. Thank you, bro. Yeah, Happy New Year. Um, I assume it's a guy. I mean, the name sounds like a guy, Gavin Russ. Shout out. Um, but yeah, like to finish my topic before I get on a tangent, but as I continue, do this for me. Where you at? Where you from? What's your age range? You don't have to say your age if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like 20s, 30s, 40s, whatever, however old you are. Where you at? And yeah, I always ask my people when they start talking where they at and get those basic information. It helps the conversation flow. So anyway, all right, Indiana in the house, represent. Word. Good stuff. Got a friend up there. Good, one of my angler friends who's a part of the ONYXCON fishing tournament. Literally one of the legends. She is the second person to ever participate in the contest, and she Philly in the house, Kirk, stop playing. You're supposed to just say, you know who it is. Kirk in the house. But no, shout out to Indiana too. Said I saw your description. Yeah, I review things for sure. What you got? What you do? You do music, you do films, what you do? What you do? What's your thing? What you into? Yeah, Philly and hey man, oh man, I'm so glad you on here, bro. Kirk, man, check this out. What's up with tonight, man? Instagram, what you doing? Because if you got time, I got time. I just mentioned you earlier in this live. I was just shouting you out, man. And I was saying I need to reach out to my people who I know if they ain't got much else going on, maybe we can go live. I'm bringing back the 15 minutes of fame thing I do on Instagram when I go live on there. So I'm gonna be just. I mean, we ain't talked all year, bro. So we overdue for catching up. Let's get it in before the year is over. If you got time, all right. Holler at me. I mean, tell me now, but like, holler at me in the DMs. Let me know what the schedule looking like tonight. And yeah, man. And yo, we can promote wifey's page too. You know what I'm saying? Put Melly on too, for real. So I may be able to join through other IG. Through other? Maybe you don't mean the right other. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sound like you can do it. All right, cool. We'll work it out, bro. Just hit me in the DMs on Instagram. We'll figure that out. But back to the brother from Indiana. What do you do, man? What you think? You ain't said yet. What is it? What is it? You seem like you're leading up to something. Like you might need some assistance in promoting what you do. What is it? What is it you do? And also, you didn't answer yet. Like, what's the age demographic? I ask these questions because it helps me to. Thanks, Kirk. Appreciate you. I ask these questions because it helps me to know who's watching for real, not just looking at numbers and YouTube. Whatchamacallit, studio, because we don't get the full nothing. All we get is okay. This age group is watching heavily. This one's not so much. Blah 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 blah. Okay, oh Lord, here come the children again. Here come the children again. Oh man, that's what's up. Hey, I appreciate y'all for appreciating though. Real talk. I'm not even. I used to get some kind of way about it because I always wanted a more adult audience on here, and I still have a more adult audience. But I think because I post so many things about, toy culture, collecting, and all kinds of cool, shoes and stuff, sneakers and everything, y'all be digging it, and I get it. I mean, it's for everybody. There's no age to that, so I get it, and y'all be on here. So tell me, young, I'm gonna just start talking, hey, because I got to go into uncle mode when I realize who's in here for real. Okay, speaking to you from an uncle perspective, and I am actually an uncle, so I'm not just talking that. What made you want to subscribe to the channel? What particular part of our content got you like, yeah, boom, I'm hitting the button. This is dope. I want to be a part of this. I want to be on this channel. What was it? Actually, I think I'm at this must not be. He just said it's really cool. Well, I appreciate that. But like, do you remember like what it was you were looking at that made you just say, just, yeah, I'm subscribing. This is a cool channel. Like, was it the toys? Was it the gaming? Was it the, because, we do all kind of stuff. And I always say, even though, like I said, I know I got a teenage audience all the way through people my age and even older. And I'm old enough to be your dad, like, for real. For real. Um, what's up, y'all? Yo, I'm back. I'm back. We're going to get it going. We're going to get it crunk. We're going to keep it tight. We're going to do what we're here to do. I was just listening to the radio, one of Atlanta's number one. Probably, I will have to say, it is the most historic R&B and hip hop station in Atlanta. Even though there are others that have to be mentioned if you start talking about historic importance. I mean, like shout out to Ryan Cameron, who started on this channel that I'm talking about, but it's V103, and Ryan is right now on Magic, so shout out to Magic too. But V103 is like a legend in Atlanta as far as radio stations for R&B and B and hip hop, and it will always be as far as for mainstream channels. So Frank Ski is one of their most famous DJs, and I was just listening to him say something about the importance of, as DJs, being in the moment and letting it breathe is how he put it. That was his quote. Let the moment breathe. Let it talk to you. Let people tell you what they're really into. Uh, wait, but what happened? Okay, I'm looking at the comments a little bit. Anyway, but no, just letting the moment breathe, being in the moment with people. And I was like, this is exactly what I'm doing when I'm on here being live with y'all, man. This is what I'm doing when I talk to y'all. And when first thing I want to know when I get somebody on here is, how old are you? Where you at? What made you want to be a part of ONYXCON, and become a subscriber? That is so important. And that's like, it just reinforced what I was just doing. So to hear him, this legendary DJ, do that and knowing the success he's had, just reminded me I'm always in the right place mentally if I just stick to my guns and do what I know I'm supposed to do and don't take it for granted. Because sometimes in the back of my mind, I be thinking, okay, I don't feel like asking that again or whatever. No, ask it. Go where. Somebody got a question. Okay, what's up? But young world, speak. But it's like it's for real. What made me start my channel? Wow. Now I'm being interviewed by my young world, the teenagers. Well, it's like this. HonestCon started way before I was on YouTube. And I've been on YouTube longer than I've been a YouTuber. HonestCon had a channel way back when we first started in 2009, maybe even earlier than that. May have started. I got to forget the exact. When I may have been 2007 or something, but I know 2009 is when HonestCon officially began. But we could have been planning for the first event as far back as '07, and so we were a Comic Con first. Originally, that's why it's ONYXCON. ONYXCON was a Comic Con, and as time went on and events of life took place, and we all went through the pain and stress of the pandemic, I made a personal decision. I said, enough is enough. trying to put on public events when there's so much health stuff going on, financial stuff, and the main thing, the financial and the just the logistics of it all didn't make sense anymore to be trying to do what I had been doing for over a decade, and I'm still no less proud of what I accomplished because we did it again for over a decade. Most events, most conventions, most anything don't last past shit, 2 years. Lucky if you get to 5. We did 10 plus 1. We did 11. Solid. Can't nobody fade us in the Southeast. In the Southeast for the type of event that we were, because I'm part of a whole movement. ONYXCON is part of a movement. All right. And we'll always be a part of that movement, whether we're doing events or not, because we always support everything that those events still remain doing. And so, yeah, that's how it all began. And when I decided to put it online, no regrets. I like this way of doing things. I like being online. I like putting up whatever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to wait on other people's schedules and stuff like that. I get it done. Get it done, and keep moving. So that's what time it is. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, look up, do your Google search for ONYXCON and go through the archives here because we got a thing. See, I always tell people this channel is like a college course if you really look at it. If you look at my playlist, you're going to see a variety of what I mean when I say multi-niche content. This is not just one topic. You said you like to collect and stuff. Glad to hear it. But there's more. There's so much more. There's historical stuff. There's interviews I've done with legends in the film business. I'm in the film business. I'm a writer. I'm a director. I'm a producer. All that. I've done all that. You know? And I had to always remind myself of that. Not that I ever forget my own story, but, get out here and you got to do what you got to do to survive. Doing all this adulting and the economy goes to under like it has and you got to just survive. A lot of times you don't take the time to remind people, but I love to remind people of what I am and what I've done because people want to try and pretend you're not all of what you are. You got to remind them like, yo. You don't know the half of who you're looking at. I'm a legend, straight up. And that ain't ego, that's just facts. When you earn it, you beat your chest about it. And don't let nobody tell you not to, because that's what you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. Because people are always trying to undermine your power and tell you you're not what you are, but you know what the hell you are. You better let them know. Go into this year letting everybody know I've accomplished this and I'm going to accomplish more. And don't be around nobody who wants to bring that down or pigeonhole you or keep you, oh man, why are you trying to, no. Because all they trying to do always is try to keep miserable company because they can't stand the fact they don't have the motivation and skills and focus that you have. That's what time it is. That's what time it is. That's cool. Oh man. So I gotta get off and drop this package because like I say, this is they always say, yo, if you really love this channel, share it with a friend. Like, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you know 10 people that you know would love the content we do here? And preferably even older folks, like your parents, aunties, aunts, uncles, and people your age, that's fine too. Because then it'd be 20 people. Send them over here. And when you do it, have the grown ones, not you, because I don't be talking to no children. I mean, out here I'm talking to you because it's like, hey, it's Instagram, I'm live. I can't tell nobody who can look. When they gonna look, they gonna do what they do. But I prefer grown people when it comes to messages and things. So I'm saying if somebody, your mom or whoever just wants to thank me for the opportunity for you to be on here or whatever, good. But let me know how many people you brought to the channel. Let me know how many. And I want to see it in real time. Like, shout out your people when you see them up in here so that I could be like, I'll be damn, look at that. Because if more people do that, I won't be doing all this other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm here to do. This is called survival. But what I'm here to do is this. ONYXCON is my baby. And I'm going to do it on a whole nother level in 26 when I get monetized. The only way I get monetized is more people watching, more subscribers, and not no fair weather subscribers. I'm talking about real ones, people who really check it out daily. All right, y'all. Hi, 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 hi. We back. Okay. So, yeah, just for anybody who's new to the way I do my lives, when I say I'm out here working, I'm not joking. I'm not just saying something for the camera to be sensational. So I have to get off, cut the live short, do a delivery, jump back in the car, go back into the live once I'm settled like I just did. So, it will be blackouts every so often, pauses in between. But I let y'all know, hey, I'm about to be back. I'll be right back. Until you hear me say, I'll be right back. Gotta go. But I will be back. So if you're a real subscriber and you got the bell on, I understand if you don't want that bell chiming on your phone all the time, telling you about every single thing I do, because I do a lot. So you will get every single notification. Unless you want to be that subscriber. Like, yo, you know what? If you one of my bell folk, I'm gonna have to make something up, man. The more we grow, like, I'm gonna have to start gifting people. I'm just gonna tell y'all this one thing that I know I'm gonna do, because I'm already doing it. I told y'all about the Monetization Nation. Monetization Nation literally means anybody who is a subscriber here, and because it's free to do it here, and you're gonna have $4.99 at our Instagram. All right, you're a subscriber on our Instagram. So everybody there, this is only my grown audience, none of my, teen and all that audience, whatever. This is for my grown folks. So 20 something and up. All right. If you're old enough to have a credit card or a debit card and an own bank account, and I know some of y'all kids got stuff in your parents' name. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about just your parents, just your guardians, whoever, your older brother, sister, whatever. That's who it got to be. Sign up for $4.99 a month. That's all ONYXCON needs for you to be an official member. It's basically your membership of and I'm gonna even create I've been thinking about this. I had this idea before and I never had enough people to go ahead and do it. You won't necessarily, eventually maybe we'll do a physical card, but in the meantime, you'll get a digital card. Like, what I'm saying? I'll be like, send me your best selfie and I'll put it on this little cool image that I'm gonna create that's gonna be our own official card, right? With your number. You have a number, it won't really be an expiration date unless you mess up. You will be vetted, okay, by your character. We're looking for people who are responsible and respectable, okay? We have a zero tolerance for trolls, so that's a given, right? But I'm saying, if you really are here for the content, you love what we do, and you want to support for real, $4.99 a month will get you your membership to ONYXCON officially as part of the Monetization Nation. Now, the perks and benefits of that are as follows. You are automatically, but remember, you have to, let me say this. Before you get into the automatics, you have to stay a member. You can't be in and out, like, oh, I did it one month, then I dropped it. No. Because we noticed that. Like, people crack me up thinking you don't notice that. We don't have enough people yet to not notice. I'm not to the hundreds or thousands. I'm lucky to have, I used to be able to say 20 something. Now, last time I checked, about 15 people. This economy been rough on people this year. We have people dropping off and stuff. But we had it where, at one time we had it 99 cents. It was only 99 cents. And most of the people I'm talking about, the 15 that remain, jumped in when it was just that, and they ain't blinked. They probably don't even remember they did it. Comes out monthly. It helps us out a little bit, but at best it helps with a quarter of a gas tank or something. A half a gas tank, quite frankly. And I'll be appreciating that, man, because it really is gas in the tank. It really is motivation and keep going this. And then I got people who send me direct donations, which you can do that too anytime at ONYXCON on Venmo, #ONYXCON on Cash App, anytime. But most importantly, that $4.99 a month, because when the masses do that, we ain't got to worry about when you ain't got $20, $50, whatever for a donation direct. We appreciate it. You want to send us up to 1,000 or more, whatever, we with it, of course. But I know how it really is for most people. So it's going to be tough some months. But if you already just putting in $5 every month, roughly, and not even $5, because we holding the penny, I say $4.99. Come on, y'all, $4.99. Let's go. 2026. Let's get it like that. Because I'm telling you, It's gonna go a long way, and you're gonna see it. When I'm on the beach somewhere toasting to y'all and telling you how you can come there too, because here's the other thing, you become part of the ONYXCON Travel Club immediately. This is all of this for $4.99 a month. You get access to information that I don't give even here. Like I would have private videos that you would only get a code to be able to see. So when I go on travel trips, and this will be something I'll do anyway for subscribers in the future once we get monetized. You know, I have stuff subscribers only, right? So then that'll be a whole nother tier, you know. It will be more money, but I'll keep it reasonable. Whatever I got to do to keep it reasonable, man, because I know how tough it is out here. But even if I make it where some things are just for YouTubers on the subscription where we can do those, I'm gonna always remember the people who did what I'm talking about right now. And I might just put out videos that anybody who's a subscriber of any level can only see if they are subscribers. So if they're on the Instagram and they're a subscriber, you're in. You Monetization Nation. Once we get monetized over here, and whatever we put on the price for that, you're in. You know, at least for what we got here. You may not get all the perks of everything else until you do that $4.99 on Instagram too. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's all needed. It's all needed. You know, because I know how people are. They'll be over here partying. Man, I'm on the one on Instagram. I'm on YouTube, and I don't even look at nothing on there. Oh, no. It don't work like that. We need it all. If you're gonna get it all, you need it all. Because here's the thing. When I go live a lot of times, right? Sometimes I do go live on the one that is on strictly on the Instagram. I've done that before. I've done ones where I went live strictly on Fanbase. You see what I'm saying? So it just does you better to have all of them, to be honest. If you can support us in every way possible, it's only gonna help you. It ain't gonna hurt. It sure as hell ain't gonna hurt. It's only gonna help you. So why not? Get in where you fit in. Show love all the way around. Because I'm telling you, it goes a long way. And when I say long way, I mean travel and everything else. So, you know, if you're in the Atlanta area, I get these tickets sometimes, the pre-screenings for movies. Who you think I'm calling? You know? And the list don't be long that time, many times, because I used to be able to invite, I remember one time they used to give us like 20 tickets. It used to be so good back in the day, but then everything happened with this economy. Ain't what it used to be, y'all. Ain't what it used to be. We went from that to now I only get like a +1. So, you know, I'm gonna remember my homies, definitely, my volunteer staff, but if they not available, all right, well, maybe one of my subscribers in Atlanta, hit you up. Because I'm gonna have all the addresses for sending y'all stuff. Because I'm gonna send you stuff. You get books, comics, and other cool stuff. Just from being, because I'm gonna be doing raffles. You hear me? I'm doing raffles monthly, but I gotta have the numbers. If I don't have enough people, I can't even pay for the shipping to get the damn boxes in the mail to send somebody a couple of books or something like that. You know, it's gotta make sense. That's all I'm saying. Everything gotta make sense. Where are we going? Hold on. Where are we going? Okay, we are going the right way. It's just, I didn't think it was gonna be this far. Damn. You're taking me places I did not want to be tonight. This is, oh well, whatever. It is what it is. Trying to make money, not lose money. This is burning up some gas. That's what this is doing. Oh well, we still here though. Yep. Young World is still in here, chopping it up. What you say? But as we move forward, like I said, we're gonna monetize this year. That's a fact. So everything's on schedule for that. So all I'm betting on is when. And my goal is this month, this January month, and definitely by February. It would be beautiful if it happens right before or in February, because that's Black History Month. I mean, come on, that's epic. That's right on time, and that's epic, and we need it. So let's pull it off. Like I say, we need more people, so everybody, each one teach one, tell them about ONYXCON. I'm about to sign this one off so I can stay focused, because I got a little more to do here, and then I'm gonna go on and get another order and then call it a night, hopefully. But yeah, man, Kirk, man, I appreciate you coming up in here. I'm gonna get in touch with you ASAP. off here. We're gonna figure this thing out for tonight. We'll be on Instagram if anybody wants to see us over there. But we're gonna also be back on here. Like I said, I will be doing some gaming or something on Instagram. I mean on YouTube. I'm definitely gonna go live at some point. And